right.
If you just get to talk every 10 minutes, you can.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, we got to rotate it.
See, I'm the guy who's going to
How are you? Let me ask you first of all, how was your summer? What's the best thing you did this summer that had nothing to do with football?
Disneyland with the kids.
Oh, I think I saw that on Instagram or something.
Disneyland with the kids. Wasn't too crowded.
In the summer?
Got everything in. Yeah. Usually, I mean, last year, if you go past the July 4th break, it's actually
all right.
pretty good. You're good.
There you go. Travel tip. So you're refreshed and ready to rumble, I assume. How exciting is opening? You've been through this as a player, as a coach. Opening day at camp.
It's good. It's Christmas because you get to open up the gifts that you haven't seen before, right? Your newcomers, your JC transfers, your incoming freshmen. So it's fun to get them on film. They're excited to be here. Now it's just a matter of getting them where they need to be. We're inexperienced in secondary, and that's where we have to make our money in this fall camp, is finding out those guys who are going to replace the seniors that took off. So Jalen Johnson, very good practice. Excited for him. Javelin Guidry at the nickel spot. Show some really good speeds. That was fun to see. Corin Ballard, obviously, who was here mid-year, has made strides during the summer. And then Marquise Blair. Marquise is just a little bit, technique-wise, he's a little bit off the pace, but in terms of speed and the defender mentality, he's what you want.
So you're only one practice in, and you already seem to have a lot of confidence in these guys, or at least they're showing you something.
Well, you don't know until you hit the field. We'll find out. That's what's apparent is we've got athleticism. We just got to find out if they can do it mentally, and can they sustain? Can their body sustain? A lot of kids aren't used to the tempo that we go at. They're not used to how we work and how we grind. Some kids look at you like you're an alien when you scream and yell at them, right? Because I haven't had that before. So got a lot of those looks today because I'm a yeller. But we are who we are.
How does Cody Ippolito fit into this system, Morgan, for you? What have you seen in obviously this one day?
He's in the depth right now, and he's we didn't see him during the spring, so this is kind of a opening up for him and see what he can do. But I'll have to watch film. My focus wasn't on him today.
Biggest adjustment for your corners, the high school guys, the Guidrys and the Johnsons, when they're making that jump and going against Pac-12 caliber talent. How do you get them acclimated, or is it just baptism by fire, throw them in and see what they can do?
Well, the guys that have success early are the guys that can conform to the technique. Some guys just don't. I mean, you're teaching a technique that they've never done before. And some guys have done it before, some guys haven't. So, they have the speed, they have the athleticism. It's just a matter of can they conform to what you're teaching them in terms of technique and how to cover.
Anybody at the linebacker spot jump in day one for you?
Well, David Lufattasanga, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. It came out the beginning of practice, and it was like, holy cow, have you worked out at all during the off season? And then the second part of practice, it was like, okay, you have. Where were you in the first part of practice?
So it's kind of like his season last year.
Well, exactly. We hope it's not like that this year, but was very pleased with how he practiced and ran practice. And Cody Barton, you can tell that he's had a very good summer, and Sunita Tautioli as well.
Donovan Thompson,
he's another guy that just because he's so quiet, where you see him is all of a sudden when the pads are on and you hear him, that's how he makes you notice him. He's a striker. So yeah, he had a good practice today.
When you talk about guys being able to conform and pick up the technique on the corners, is that something that you can sort of look for when you're recruiting guys, that they're probably going to be able to do that, or do you just sort of look at the talent and then say coaching is going to have to be able to get them on that?
Well, number one is that they have to run. You can have great technique and get burned in this league. So the first thing that we look for is speed and athleticism. Then we feel we can teach you the rest, in terms of technique. So there is a mix. I mean, you do have to see, can a kid move his feet, can he flip his hips? Those are some things that you look for on film. But the technique stuff, a lot of it, you're teaching them when they get here.
As a defensive coordinator, are you glad you don't have to scout Darren Carrington anymore?
Well, I told him, hey, thanks for breaking my heart last year. But I said, yeah, I'm